What's good, ladies and gentlemen? RFG back at it today. Here to discuss what these particular athletes had in their natal charts that basically proclaimed them to be, quote unquote, the GOAT. Okay? The G.O.A.T., the GOAT, the greatest of all time. I'm going to discuss these NBA athletes, these NFL stars, okay, as well as golf and boxing. And I'm going to show you key placements in their natal charts that basically gave them away to be handpicked, okay, to be famous for their athletic ability. Okay, everything we see on the TV screen, everything ESPN promotes, everything the NFL, NBA, MLB, major professional sports, everything they promote is all predetermined, okay? These athletes that they pick are handpicked from birth. From this information that I'm going to share today, I'm going to be touching on information that cannot be a coincidence, and that can only mean that these athletes were handpicked by certain placements in their natal chart, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so this right here is a former GOAT, okay, greatest of all time, Michael Jordan. Now, Michael Jordan was born on February 17th. If anyone is born on the 8th, 17th, or 26th of the month, those numbers add up to 8, so that is natural Capricorn energy. Okay, if you're born on the 8th, 17th, or 26th of the month, that is natural Capricorn energy. Okay, no matter what sign you're under, if you're born under the 8th, 17th, or 26th of the month, you're going to have a small portion of Capricorn traits right off the bat. Okay, so right off the bat, by Michael Jordan being born on the 17th of the month, that naturally gave him a small portion of Capricorn traits. So let's look at Michael Jordan's natal chart. Okay, this is the chart right here. Okay, Michael Jordan has his birth information right here. Okay, he was born on February 17th, 1963, 1:40 p.m. in Brooklyn, New York. Okay, according to that information, this is Michael Jordan's natal chart. Now, one thing we need to pay very close attention to when we look at somebody's athletic ability, we're going to look at 3 houses. Okay, we're going to look at 3 houses when we look at somebody's athletic ability. We're going to look at houses number 2, we're going to look at houses number 5, and we're going to look at houses number 9. Okay? And Michael Jordan had all 3 of those houses filled. Like I said, when we look at athletic ability, God-given athletic ability, we're going to look at houses 2, houses 5, and houses 9. Okay? House 2 represents our physical talents, physical gifts, also the material possessions that we're going to possess in this lifetime. That's in the 2nd house. 5th house also rules athletic ability, rules our heart and our spine. Okay? And in the 9th house rules our hips, the power of our hips and thighs. Okay? And it also rules our ability to travel. Okay? So how much we're going to travel in this lifetime. So Michael Jordan had already had all 3 of these houses filled with very beneficial planets for him. Okay? Another thing that I want to take note of is that the 10th house rules our level of fame and what we're going to be famous for. Okay? So the 10th house has Aries here, which is ruled by Mars energy, which rules masculine activities. Masculine activities like either sports, or the military. And that was in Michael Jordan's 10th house of his public recognition. What was he going to be recognized for? Okay? Also, second house rules the material possessions that we possess in this lifetime. Michael Jordan has Mars here. Mars is masculine activities, which means that Michael Jordan was going to be receiving those material possessions and that money from the masculine activity, which was the sport. Which was the sport he was involved with, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Fifth house rules his heart chakra, his spine, and his overall athletic ability is seen in the fifth house. Okay? Neptune is here, which is all about higher consciousness. Okay? And getting help from interdimensional deities. Okay? Michael Jordan was blessed by the creator, by the ancestors, with his athletic ability. That is shown by seeing Neptune in his fifth house. Okay? So like I said, when we look at a person's level of athletic ability, we're going to look at their second, fifth, and ninth houses. Michael Jordan's ninth house has Jupiter and Sun. Okay, Jupiter cannot be in a better house than the ninth house because Jupiter is ruled by the ninth house. Jupiter is ruled by the ninth house. Okay, so this person right here was definitely destined to travel across the world. Okay, and with the Sun here, he was destined to be well known. Because what is the Sun? The Sun is ruled by what? The fifth house, which rules athletic ability. So it shows his athletic ability is surrounded by the ninth house. Okay, by Sun being in the ninth house. This Sun in ninth house here basically magnifies and intensifies his athletic ability. Okay, because the ninth house is Jupiter energy. And what is Jupiter? Jupiter is all about constant expansion, constant fortune and expansion. Okay? 10th house is what the person is going to be recognized for. Michael Jordan had Aries, which is Mars energy, in the 10th house, which means he was going to be recognized for his athletic ability. Okay, 9th house with Sun and Jupiter here means that his athletic ability was going to be taken to a whole nother level, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to get even deeper, okay, right here in the 8th house, we have Saturn in the 8th house. Now the 8th house rules death and rebirth. It rules our opinion towards occult knowledge, how we view occult knowledge. It basically goes over how we look at death. Okay, so Saturn rules the father figure in the chart. Okay, Saturn is the cross with the tail coming out of it. Saturn rules the father figure. So by Saturn being in the 8th house, that showed that Michael Jordan would be put through a situation, okay, where his father would end up dying. Right here by Saturn being shown in the 8th house. Okay? This is all destiny, people, that is mapped out for these athletes, these entertainers' lives. Okay? Now, one thing we need to take note of is when an athlete is considered a quote-unquote GOAT, they're either going to be a Capricorn, they're going to be born under the sign of Capricorn, or they're going to be born on the 8th, 17th, or 26th of the month, or they're going to have a lot of planets in their 10th house, or they might have Saturn in the 1st house. It's going to be one of those placements that's going to make them a quote-unquote GOAT, a greatest of all time, okay? And it's not a coincidence that all these quote-unquote GOATs have these Capricorn placements. It's not a coincidence at all. This is all predetermined. These athletes are picked out from birth, Okay? We're dealing with witches and warlocks who are in control of your professional sports, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's what this video is supposed to be touching bases with. Okay, the professional athletes are being handpicked by warlocks who are looking at their natal charts and making sure that they have the right placements so they can get the right amount of fame and success in their career. Okay, this is how it's done, people. This is how it's done. Okay, so the next athlete I'm gonna touch on is LeBron James. Okay, LeBron James, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we all know that Kobe Bryant was the runner-up behind Michael Jordan for transcending the sport of basketball. Okay, I did not have the right time of day for Kobe Bryant, so I could not give an accurate reading on his natal chart. Now, when we look at LeBron James is going to be right behind Kobe Bryant as far as transcending the sport of basketball, okay? He's going to be considered the present GOAT, the present greatest of all time, okay? The GOAT. Remember, the GOAT, the G.O.A.T. What is LeBron James's zodiac sign? It's Capricorn. He was born December 30th, okay? So he is a literal GOAT. LeBron James is a literal GOAT, okay? We're going to be touching on this. This should be his natal chart right here. Here it is. LeBron James's natal chart. Now, what is in LeBron James's 10th house? Mars. Mars is in his 10th house. So let's look at Michael Jordan's 10th house. This is Michael Jordan right here. This is his natal chart. Okay. Natal chart of Michael Jordan. What's in Michael Jordan's 10th house? Aries, that masculine activity, that Mars activity, that masculine activity that is pertaining to masculine sports or the military. So, just like that, okay, what does LeBron James have in his chart that's similar? Well, he has Mars. LeBron James has Mars in the 10th house, which means he's going to get his fame. The 10th house is all about fame and public recognition. What is he going to get that public recognition for? The Mars activity. The Mars activity. Mars is in Pisces in the 10th house. Okay? So this is clearly showing that LeBron James was handpicked because he had Mars in the 10th house, which means he's going to get that public recognition for that masculine activity, that sport. Okay? When we look at fame, we're going to look at the 9th, 10th, and 11th houses. When we look at public recognition and fame, overall fame, we're going to look at the 9th, 10th, and 11th houses. And LeBron James has all three of those houses filled. Okay? Also, his sun is in the 7th house, which gives him great athletic ability. The 7th house is ruled by Venus energy. The sun here feels very comfortable in the 7th house, which gives LeBron James a great amount of superior athleticism. Also, Pluto in Scorpio in his 5th house gives him a great amount of athletic ability as well. Saturn and Mercury in his 6th house means that LeBron James is never going to have to worry about being out of work. Okay? So when the elites and the people who run the NBA looked at these placements, they handpicked LeBron James, okay, above all others. And it has to do with these natal charts. So just like Michael Jordan had Aries in his 10th house, LeBron James has Mars in his 10th house, which is basically the same thing. Okay, basically the same thing, people. Michael Jordan had Sun and Jupiter in his 9th house. LeBron James had Venus in his 9th house. Okay, very, very beneficial for both of their ninth houses, which rules the power of their hips and thighs, their ability to travel across this world. Okay? Ninth house rules the athletic ability coming from our thighs and legs. Okay? LeBron James has Venus here. The three most beneficial planets in astrology are Jupiter, Sun, and Venus. Okay? So LeBron James has Venus there. Michael Jordan had Jupiter and Sun in his ninth house. Okay, this is crazy, people. And if you think that this is some kind of coincidence, you are out of your mind. You are out of your mind, ladies and gentlemen, if you think that this is some kind of coincidence. Now, the next athlete I'm going to touch on is Tom Brady. Okay? Now, we all know that, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to admit it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to come out and go and just say it, get it off my chest. I am not a fan of Tom Brady whatsoever. Okay? Now, we all know, just like Tom Brady, LeBron James's career is scripted and planned out from the jump. Okay? LeBron James's career and success is planned out from day one, just like Michael Jordan. Okay? All sports is fixed and predetermined anyway. But I will say this, at least Michael Jordan and LeBron James have some goddamn athletic ability. At least these two people I just showed you have some goddamn athletic ability, okay? Tom Brady, okay, is a complete fraud, a complete hoax. His whole career is staged propaganda, okay, to make white quarterbacks look more mentally superior than black quarterbacks, okay? And this guy is the epitome of that, okay? Tom Brady's career is a psyop. Okay, let me repeat. Tom Brady's career is a complete, utter psyop. He has no athletic ability. He is only as good as his offensive line. This man has been videotaped with anywhere from 5 to 7 Mississippi to throw the damn football. Well, God damn it. I'm 5'8", 155 pounds. If you gave me 5 to 7 seconds to throw the damn football, I'm gonna find somebody. You better believe it. Okay? So, this, like I said, if you do your research, this man holds on to the ball the longest out of any other quarterback. He is the least sacked quarterback in the past 15 to 16 years. And it is not because of his athleticism, because he doesn't scramble. Okay? This is because he's put behind an offensive line that gives him the proper time to do what he has to do. Also, the defensive coordinators that he faces on the other side of the field, they're in on the fix as well. The defensive coordinators only rush 3 to 4 blitzers at a time. They never blitz Tom Brady up the middle, and they never switch up their blitz pressure from the defender that is doing the blitzing. You see what I'm saying? They never mix up the pressure against Brady. They never go to bump and run coverage against Brady. You know why? Because if they went to bump and run coverage against Brady, that would stop the receivers from getting a free release to the inside. You see what I'm saying? That would stop Brady's receivers from getting an inside release to the football field. So that would delay his receiver's route, and that would stop this man from reaching the level of success that he reached in his career, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so defensive coordinators call zone coverages weak-ass zone coverages, and they only blitz 3 to 4 people at a time, because that makes this man look great. That gives the illusion that this guy is some kind of hero, is some kind of, you know what I'm saying, great quarterback. And that is not the case, ladies and gentlemen. That's not the case. This man was put in situations, okay, and put behind schemes that gave the image that this man was doing a bang-up job, okay? And I'm about to show you this guy's natal chart that shows he was destined for this, okay? This is Tom Brady's natal chart. This is Tom Brady's natal chart, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So when we look at his level of fame, we're going to look at the 9th, 10th, and 11th houses. And what do you know? Well, what do you know? You have Jupiter and Venus in the 9th house. You have Sun and Saturn in the 10th house. And then you have Mercury in the 11th house. Okay? Mercury rules our friendships, our close-knit friend circles. The people around us, you see what I'm saying, that are going to be part of our friend network circle. That's seen in our 11th house. He has Mercury there, which is a very strong placement. 10th house is what we are going to be recognized for in this lifetime. How we're going to receive our public recognition in our career. That is seen in the 10th house. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Brady has Sun in Leo in the 10th house, which means he was destined to be recognized for Sun in Leo activities, which is 5th house activities, which is sports and athleticism, which is the sports. Okay? Sports is ruled by Sun and Mars, and he has Sun in the 10th house. Saturn is home in the 10th house because Saturn is ruled by the 10th house. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the only house where Saturn and Sun can be in the same house and be beneficial, is the 10th house. Okay? Especially when Sun is in Leo. Sun is home in Leo. Okay? So Sun is in the 10th house, which means Tom Brady's going to be receiving that career recognition. Okay? Tom Brady is going to be receiving that career recognition from the Sun activity. Okay? Saturn is here in the 10th house as well, which means his 10th house is going to be very, very strong. Okay, so like I said, as far as the fame, you're going to look at the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th houses. That is what all these superior athletes that are considered the quote-unquote GOATs, the greatest of all time. Tom Brady just got his 5th ring, right? So they're calling Tom Brady the GOAT of the quarterback position. Well, that's funny. That's really funny because the 10th house rules somebody's Capricorn characteristics. Tom Brady was born August 3rd, which is Jupiter energy in Leo. He's born on the 3rd of the month. But when we look at his 10th house, he has Sun here and he has Saturn here, which gives him very strong Capricorn characteristics, ladies and gentlemen. And it shows that Tom Brady was destined to achieve a level of success and fame from the Sun activity, from the athletic, okay? The athletic activity, which is the NFL, which is football. That is what he was going to get his fame for, ladies and gentlemen. This is why he was handpicked. This is why he was handpicked, ladies and gentlemen, because of his 9th, 10th, and 11th houses. Okay? He was called the GOAT because he has a strong GOAT Capricorn placement of Saturn and Sun in his goddamn 10th house. Okay? Plain and simple. Next up, we got Deion. We got your boy Deion Sanders, prime time, which in my opinion, Deion Sanders, probably the greatest athlete, the greatest overall athlete to put on a jersey. in the past 100 years. This guy was a superior athlete, not only in the NFL, but in the MLB. Okay, he won a World Series in the MLB, and he also was a world-class sprinter in track. This guy could play cornerback on the football field, free safety, running back, wide receiver, and special teams. Okay, this guy was a complete dominant athlete and had freakish athletic ability. And this is seen by his natal chart. Okay, Deion Sanders' natal chart. Okay, we're gonna look at his fifth house. Okay, the fifth house rules athletic ability. He has Mercury, Jupiter, and Sun here. Now, I said the three most beneficial planets in a person's chart are Jupiter, Sun, and Venus. This man has Sun and Jupiter in Leo in his fifth house. Okay, that basically gave this man completely dominant athletic ability. Okay, this man would run. Okay, he would jog faster than some people sprinted. Deion Sanders would jog faster than some people sprinted. And I'm talking about people, professional people. When professional athletes would sprint, okay, on the football field, this guy would jog and still beat them in a race. Okay, that is because of Sun and Jupiter in his fifth house. Okay, also, what do we have here? Deion Sanders' first house. What does he have in his first house? He has Saturn. Deion Sanders has Saturn. Saturn in his first house. First house represents our brain and our overall demeanor, the energy people are going to feel on the outside looking in. Well, upon first meeting us, that is seen in our first house. Deion Sanders has Saturn here. Okay, this is why the elites chose this man to be the GOAT. Okay, to be a quote-unquote GOAT at his position. It's because he has Saturn here on the first house right here. Okay, Saturn is ruled by Capricorn energy. He had this, okay, as his overall demeanor, ruling the energy coming from his brain. The first house rules the brain right here. Ladies and gentlemen, fifth house rules athletic ability. Okay, his sixth house is packed with Venus, Pluto, and Uranus. Okay, somebody with this placement will never be out of work because the sixth house rules our everyday 9-to-5 job. Our everyday 9-to-5 job. Okay, so this man will never be out of work. Superior athletic ability. And he holds that Capricorn demeanor upon people first meeting him. Okay, so the next athlete we're going to be looking at is Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, before he was set up to be ostracized, okay, and sabotaged from the sport of golf, okay, he was destined to be the GOAT of golfing. The GOAT, the greatest of all time, the GOAT. What is Tiger Woods' birthday? Ladies and gentlemen, Tiger Woods has the same birthday of LeBron James. Tiger Woods has the same birthday of LeBron James. So Tiger Woods is another GOAT born December 30th. Okay? So once again, they tried to make another Capricorn, another GOAT, the greatest of all time. So let's look at Tiger Woods' natal chart. Okay? This is the natal chart for Tiger Woods. And what do we have here? We have Mars in his ninth house, just like Muhammad Ali has Mars in his ninth house. So I just told you, when we look at a person's level of fame, we're going to look at their 9th, 10th, and 11th houses. Those 3 houses, okay? So when we look at Tiger Woods' 9th house is the house of traveling. The house of traveling. So this shows that Tiger Woods was destined to travel to perform this masculine activity, this sport known as golf, okay? The 11th house here, we have Saturn here, which rules career and public recognition. Saturn rules career and public recognition because Saturn is ruled by the 10th house. 10th house rules career and public recognition as well. So by Saturn being in Leo, you see it right here. This is Tiger Woods' natal chart. Saturn is ruled by the 10th house, and Saturn is in Leo right here. So what is Leo? Leo rules sports, okay? Entertainment, the limelight. Sports, entertainment, and the limelight. That is what Leo represents. Saturn, his planet of career recognition, is in Leo, which means that this guy was destined to be famous and to have a famous career pertaining to Leo activities, which were sports and entertainment. Okay? Right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is why these athletes were handpicked. Okay? It has to do with their 9th house, 10th house, and 11th house. Also, their 5th house. Okay? This is not, if you think this is a coincidence, you are on drugs. You have to be a whole nother level of calcified to think that this is some kind of goddamn coincidence. Okay? So last but not least, this is gonna be our last athlete. I already did a video. You see what I'm saying? Dropping knowledge on this individual's natal chart. This is Muhammad Ali. Okay, this is Muhammad Ali. As we all know, Muhammad Ali was born January 17th. Okay, that's Capricorn. So once again, they tried to make a GOAT, a G.O.A.T. They tried to make a GOAT. They tried to make a Capricorn, a GOAT. And if you guys think that's a coincidence, something is wrong with you. Okay? All of these quote-unquote GOATs have strong Capricorn placements in either their birthday or their natal chart. Okay? We are being ran and controlled by goddamn warlocks, by witches and warlocks. The 32 NFL owners, the people who run boxing, the boxing commission, the people who run the MLB and the NBA are goddamn witches and warlocks. Plain and simple.